excited to have you with us to celebrate the 72nd anniversary of the United Nations. And as many of you know, the UN Charter was born here in this very building in 1945. It was signed across the hall in the Herbst Theater by 50 nations. And to make it even more meaningful, we are on the hallowed ground of the American Legion and all that that means in terms of protecting us from war and bringing us peace. And with that, I would like to introduce our other partner, Paul Cox, head of the American Legion Post 315. Paul.
The American Legion is a beneficiary of the trust under which the Opera Building and this building were built and opened in 1932. And we were honored to be the location for the signing of the UN Charter back in 1946. And very much appreciate your coming today and helping to host this program. Our function in this building is to make it available to the community for veteran-related items and issues of national interest. And this certainly, today's topic by the UN USA is certainly one of severe national interest, and I'm looking forward to learning a great deal from everybody today. But thank you all for coming.
So the United Nations Association USA San Francisco chapter was formed actually as part of a nationwide affiliation in 1943. It was essentially the predication for the founding of the United Nations. One of its founders was Eleanor Roosevelt. And now here we are, 74 years later, continuing to educate the public about what the United Nations is doing and also to support the United Nations Charter and its purpose, which is peace. We are a nonprofit organization, however, we do work and advocate in Congress. So if you're looking for ways to be effective with the United Nations, joining any one of our organizations is a way to go. Part of our organization is an organization made up of students. Any student may join free of charge. We're so honored to have as our partner today the San Francisco State University Gen UN. And I'd like you to meet the co-president who is here with us, Eva Charitas. Eva.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eva. I'm currently the acting president of UNA SFSU/Gen UN. And for those of you that didn't know what Gen UN actually is, it's a national initiative that was basically created off of UNA USA, and it gives college students and young professionals and people like me and other young people I see in the audience, just kind of the network to really hoist in on their skills and kind of take the skill sets that they're learning in their degrees and kind of apply them to the international field. And it's really beneficial to us as individuals because it really gives us the access to all the beautiful minds that are in this room today, especially a lot of the older people. We're definitely looking to follow in your footsteps, so it's really amazing that we're getting this platform to kind of get that process going. And I'd just like to thank everyone for showing up today. I know it's Sunday, but it really, really is inspiring to see everybody here working together. So if you guys have any questions or are interested in joining any young professional Gen UN organization, just please let me know. And thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Eva, and thank you to all of the students here who really make us hum. Would you just stand up? We have, I think, several. Yeah, fantastic. we're very fortunate to have as moderator Nelson Seabury III, who is the owner and the lead attorney at the law office of Nelson Seabury, specializing in representing plaintiffs in personal injury cases. And in 2013, he became an environmental and social justice activist. Thanks for that. And he has been on our board and activating our board since he joined. He is now devoting a significant amount of his time to educating himself and others about the facts of the climate crisis, social justice issues such as discrimination, affordable health care, affordable higher education, women's rights, and poverty. So Barry is, as I said, a very active member, not just of our organization, but of Pachamama Alliance and the Institute of Noetic Sciences, known as IONS. He is the founder and leader of Urban Angels, San Francisco, which seeks to relieve suffering by delivering food, water, and clothing directly to the homeless in San Francisco. So we know he has a big heart as well. So with that, I'd like you to welcome Nelson.
There's a plaque in the lobby downstairs. I took a picture of it, and it says what Mary just talked about. It acknowledged that the United Nations was signed in this very building. And I want to look around, I want to ask you to take a moment now to look around the room and look at how many nations are represented here right now. Just take a look. We have our own United Nations right here in this room. It's amazing, and I honor all of you for your diversity, your contributions, and your willingness to come forward and be part of the solution. You're all amazing people and amazing spirits. So thank you for all that you do and that you will do. The reason that we're here today is because we're honoring the 72nd United Nations Day. And the title of the program today is North Korea, the Effect of Economic Sanctions. So we're going to talk about that. But in the greater context, the United Nations started something called the Millennium Goals back in the year 2000 that went until 2015 with the idea towards promoting humanity, sustainability, combating poverty, reducing war, and more equal distribution of resources. And those goals expired in 2015, and I was at the United Nations Climate Conference in Paris when they rolled out formally the goals for sustainable development, of which there are 17. There was a poster in the back, and there's one on the wall over here. You can see there's all 17 of them in those different colored boxes. And today we're going to honor or recognize Sustainable Goals 16 and 17. And the 16 is peace, justice, and strong institutions, which the United Nations decided or recognized was quite valuable to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice, to build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. And so inclusivity means nobody's excluded. And so we need to bring that spirit into the world today, where it's too much us versus them as opposed to we. That's what that one global goal says to me, number 16. And number 17 is partnership for the goals. Remember the expression, it takes a village? That pretty much says we need to work together in partnership. One country may have resources that another country could use to relieve suffering or to promote justice. And we share, and that's what we need to think of as the world as one village. That's how this number 17 goal relates to me. On the little fact sheet that I handed out to some of you, I only printed up 25, but there's a link to the Sustainable Development Goals on there, so if you go home and you want to learn more about it, you don't have to go searching. It'll just tell you to go right to that link, and you get to read more about the 17 global goals for sustainable development. Also, at the very top of that sheet it has our website for the United Nations Association of San Francisco, and I strongly invite you to consider being a member of our organization because it's really taking off right now. Our president, Mary, who's sitting behind me and just spoke to you, has reinvigorated the organization. We now have 21 people on our board of directors, and I'm very pleased to realize that I'm practically the oldest one on the board, and many, many people are in their 20s and 30s, and so there's a great energy, which I think is symbolic of the energy that's arising around the world and gives me great hope that in spite of all these challenges that we're facing, that we don't really know the answers to, that we're going to get through it. So again, I encourage you to support this organization, not for what it does so much, but because of what you'll get out of it. The people you'll meet, the enthusiasm you'll find, the optimism, and being in service and doing something it's really great food for the soul. So I just want to take 2 seconds and let you know about that. You're welcome to join our family because you're already part of our family. We just want you to come to our gatherings.